I will admit at first the close-ups of Sasha's face really bothered me and were borderline pissing me off. So we got a lot of close-ups of Sasha's face, and this is really crude, but the faces and sounds she was making seemed like someone was perhaps doing something down below. She had some really weird facial expressions and sounds going on. I think we can all agree on that. Kinda weird. But at least all the close-ups and focus on Sasha made it 100% clear she was going to bite it this episode, if you had any doubts going into this finale. Her flashbacks with Abraham had some great symbolism. You drowned, then I started to drown, which is exactly what happened when Abraham died. Sasha began to drown and feel she was done with this world. Actually, the way Sasha died this episode made me feel so much better about her being written off the show, because I was getting a little pissy about it. It just didn't feel right how she sacrificed herself for Rosita and was like, oh hey, I'm just gonna run into this compound like a fucking idiot. I didn't like it, but the whole her taking the suicide pills in the coffin and then jumping out at Negan was very well done, so props to you, AMC writers. I take back 80% of my complaints about you writing Sasha off the show. And honestly, that was the most awesome walkerification of a main character I feel we've had to date. It was really cool and really well done. Poor Negan. You could tell he was really upset he lost his new friend. Tara was intense, telling Daryl to kill Dwight. Honestly, besides the whole killing her girlfriend thing, it was probably a smarter choice to kill him. That was a huge risk they were taking. Also, you know you are a comic fan when Dwight said the sanctuary and you just got super giddy. Daryl saying that he's gonna kill Dwight after all of this is over, regardless of if he's sorry or not, has me strongly believing Daryl's gonna die next season, because Dwight sure as hell isn't gonna be the one dying. Though, when Dwight said he wasn't aiming for Denise, it meant he was aiming for Daryl or Rosita. Super dark. But it was very sweet that he left a message saying he didn't know about the scavenger betrayal. He does care. Taking Judith to Hilltop was smart, and it was great they showed and thought of that. Little disappointed Morgan was talked down from his crazy. Yeah, he still killed and was much more violent, but he was controlled in his killing. God damn it, Ezekiel, you ruined Psycho Morgan. You ass. I will forgive you though, because your tiger this episode was awesome. And your speeches, as always, are phenomenal. The scavengers on their bikes was hilarious. Just straight hilarious. I mean, bikes are a great way to get around in the post-apocalypse, but it was still goofy looking. The garbage trucks were also great. I was absolutely pissed when they turned on Rick. I paused the television and I screamed, "Fuck you," probably for a good 5 minutes. Even if it was predictable, it still just pissed me right the fuck off. Fuck you, you motherfuckers. I will admit, they did have a good escape plan though. The flare and smoke bombs were A+ thinking. Assholes. Eugene saying he is Negan was just, so painful to hear. The look on Rick's face said it all. Eugene betrayed them. Rick was willing to kill Eugene for it. How can he ever forgive him? How can the group? I really, really, really want Rosita to kill him next season. The all-out war is over. Rick's group wins. Eugene goes back to them and he explains to Rosita, hey, I had to do this to survive, but I really want to be with you guys again. And Rosita goes, yeah, no, I completely understand. And then she blows his brains out. It would be an awesome deviation from the comics, and I kind of feel like he deserves it at this point. Though I do feel a little bit maybe ashamed that I had a bit of hope for him when he said what they have planned instead of what we have planned when talking to Sasha, but that probably was nothing and I'm looking way too much into it. Highlights of the battle between the groups: Daryl's sweet-ass gun, the tiger killing people. Every time that tiger did something, I cheered. I'm easy to please, to be honest though, because honestly, that tiger knew who the bad guys were. That's like a super tiger sense or something. Ezekiel charging in first, which maybe not a smart thing as the king to do, but symbolic, and giving an epic battle cry was awesome. Walker Sasha killing some assholes was awesome. Oh, and people just fucking standing around and on top of vehicles and somehow not being shot or killed. That is just bizarre, but at the same time, kinda hilarious and awesome. Also, why did no one fire on the tiger? Too afraid to draw its attention? Also, horses. Horses seem like a terrible thing to use in this particular battle. But I guess this leads me to the most important question of this episode. Why was Negan so lovable in this finale? You know he specifically arranged for the smiley face pancakes and was so happy with himself when he had them made. He was genuinely upset when Sasha was dead. Negan was just, again, so adorable, even demanding the pool table and all the cues. I'd have to say the best Negan lines of this episode, "God damn tiger!" and "That widow is alive! Guns a-blazing!" Then of course it ends with Negan fleeing while still managing to flick them off. Douchebag with style. I like it. So now Negan is super pissed and we're about to get in all-out war. I gotta stop doing that. I thought for sure Negan was going to beat the shit out of Eugene when he was questioning him and asking how Sasha died, and Eugene responded, "Oh, she suffocated," and he went, "Maybe." I feel like either Negan knows or is 99% sure some shenanigans went on and he's going to be watching or have Eugene watched a lot more closely. And again, I hope it's Rick's group that ends up killing him, not Negan or Negan's group. So with this finale, it wasn't the best, but certainly not the worst. I thought those jerks were going to give us blue balls and save the fight until next season. Instead, we got a major character death and a pretty cool fight. A pretty cool fight that involved a tiger. I really like that tiger. And they managed to give us something to be excited about for next season. All-out war. Good job, AMC. Plus, we finally got old Rick back and telling Negan to his face, basically, go fuck yourself. Also, The Walking Dead writers, thank you so much for giving Maggie that touching speech about Glenn. That was the perfect way to honor his death this season. Glenn saving Rick did change everything, and so many people's lives. So that is my super on time review of The Walking Dead finale. What did you think? What did you like? What did you dislike? How would you rank this finale with the others? Definitely not the best, but not the worst. I can do an overall review for season 7 of The Walking Dead if you want, because I have a lot of thoughts on the pacing and character development this season, but that's up to you. So please like this video, subscribe, and like 6-7 more months until the next season. God damn it.